Let's hope this pin writes. There you go. Stream starting soon. It means what it says. I got one or two things I got to get ready, then we'll get the party started. It's so weird to be streaming through Streamlabs instead of StreamYard, but man, I got tired of the audio quality on StreamYard, so here we are, doing it the hard way. Man, I gotta trim my fingernails, don't I? That's wild. It's like I just did it. Hey Ninja Weasel, unfortunately we're doing this through Streamlabs, so I can't take your chat over there and put it up in the corner. But just imagine it's up there. Or actually I guess on StreamYard it'd be down here. Since this is YouTube, I can't put it in the corner like I could a Twitch chat. But you know, kicking the door, waving my 44, all you heard was, oh crap, it's NCBD. You nobody would get that. Okay, maybe you're right, nobody would get that. One more quick thing, and then we'll get started for reals. For really reals, okay? Alright, I think we are ready. I got everything open that I need to have open. So let me actually turn the music down a notch. This got a lot louder than it started out as. This is all cyberpunk music playing because I like that soundtrack and I'm trying to stay mega hype for the DLC when it comes out because that is soon, man. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me go pull open Steam real quick. We'll pull up the DLC. If Steam loads. Oh my gosh. New Steam is somehow slower than old Steam. Actually, can I just open this up in my browser? Let's find out. Let's find out. Oh, I can. This right here. Right there is like what I'm hyped for, man. I can't wait for that to come out. It's soon. It's soon. September 25th is what it says. And I, for one, am having a hard time waiting, man. I kind of want to just go play the game again, but I know if I do, I'll be disappointed that I can't just murder everybody with a katana at level 1 like I can at level 50 at the end of the game, like I'm doing right now. Alright, let me clear this stuff out. Certainly don't need that anymore. I don't need that anymore. I gotta do a review of this. Oh yeah, and here is my comic book signed by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Just in case you hadn't seen it, you know. Like, who knew? Who knew he wrote a book about Mycroft Holmes, which was then turned into a comic book? I had no idea. I had no idea. And yes, Red Sun is a present. Maybe my third favorite Superman story. Just slip that right over here. Just like that. Professionally. Okay, there's stuff I paid for. Put that over here. And then we got plenty of stuff I didn't pay for this week. We'll put that... Let's see, we'll take these out. We'll look at this stuff. I got this stuff here. So we'll take a look at this kind of like last. You know, if we got time, if we feel like making fun of Marvel or DC. So yeah, you know, I guess it's got to start at the beginning, huh? I should start at the beginning. We can adjust this ever so slightly. I think that looks okay. So you go to a Graham Cracker Comics on Wednesday, you get 3 books out of the dollar bin, which used to be the 75-cent bin, which used to be the 50-cent bin, but it's now $1. Inflation takes its toll upon all of us. And so those bins have all kinds of weird stuff in them. And in this particular case, I have no idea what this is. I got it because it was in a poly bag. And if you don't know, books that come in poly bags are expensive enough that you can put your children through them, through college by selling them. Like that's what I've learned over the years. So this book, you know, 20 years from now will have a value of like $50,000. Now granted that $50,000 will be entirely due to inflation, but, you know, since it was free, that's a huge investment. That's an infinite return. It even comes with a little card here. I have no idea what this book is. And I'm going to straight up be honest with you. I ain't going to read it, man. I just got it because it was in a poly bag and it looked weird. Go, Speed Racer, go! Comedy comics are weird, and that's what this looks like. Like, sometimes they're great, and sometimes they're just kinda... like whatever this is. I mean, this book is clearly not a Doggeroo. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no Doggeroo here. Second book I got this week, for free, is a Mortal Kombat ad. Dude, I had this on Game Boy. No, I'm sorry, not Game Boy. Game Gear. You believe that? Game Gear. 1993 was a weird year, man. Solar, Man of the Atom, number 27 came out in November. Every issue I've read of this has just been kind of weird. And I kind of like it for that reason. Like, it's just a little something that's a little something different, you know? Oh, hey, I just realized there's one thing I forgot to do, and I need to go do it real quick, all right? All right, I beg your indulgence. Do I really need to beg your indulgence? Probably not. But I'm doing it anyway. While I'm doing that, if you want to go ahead and hit, you know, the like button there or subscribe, you know, something like that, that'd be cool. Are live for new comic book day. I forgot to tweet it out. come say hi and maybe see some cool stuff! Exclamation point. Really working hard to sell this stream to people. For sure. Alright. Anyway, this book, like, has a weird, kind of, like, weird science feel to it. It's an unusual book. It's not a very, at least what I've seen of it, like the 6 issues I own, have never really felt like a stereotypical super book. And I appreciate that. Man, look how cool Ninja K is. Look how cool Rai is. Dude, it's a shame I missed this stuff when I was a kid, except for like a couple random issues, because Valiant had it going on for a couple of years, man. They knew what they were doing. They were popping hot. That is so cool over here. That is so cool. That makes me want to play a video game based on that character. That's what that makes me want to do. Now, the third book I got for free, and this is 100% going to be something Ninja Weasel is super into. That's right. Superman 726. I knew you weren't expecting that. It's in a poly bag too. That's how you know it's quality. I'm pulling this up on Google here to find some information about what I saw packaged in the back here. It's like a mini magazine called On the Edge. Maybe I should just search for that. On the Edge magazine. What is this? It doesn't seem to have a Wikipedia page. Big enough bullets might work, though. Did you try really big ones? Did you try little ones? Dude, I can't find this magazine online. Like, there's the Edge magazine, but that doesn't seem to be the same thing at all. Mind, Body, Spirit, and Metaphysical Articles. This claims music, sports, movies, and comics. Who knows what this is? Who knows? Also, we're advertising polo back there. I wear polos sometimes. But it's probably not Barrage attacking Superman. It's Superman interrupting Barrage when Barrage is trying to kill other people. That's usually how that kind of story goes. Anyway, I just thought Mullet Superman was fun, you know? Pretty business in the front, but the party is definitely in the back. And that's the free stuff I got, man. Nothing too outrageous. This is not the era. Super Mullet, exactly. This is not the era of my shop man giving me the weirdest stuff he can find. Also, there was this just laying around in the store. And I thought, I don't know what Earth Divers is. But it's kind of a cool looking cover. I guess I'll give it a shot. I mean, you don't often see somebody like shanking somebody else who's wearing a tricorn like that. So, let me make sure there's nothing bad in here. Well, there's a bare booty on one page. I'll have to avoid that. Okay. Nothing like outrageous here. Front page is kind of cool. We got like starships and stuff. I don't see how this connects in. Oh, maybe it's about time travel. Past, present, and future. Sue's Guide to New Readers. So maybe this isn't all that interesting after all. I don't know. Let's flip over and avoid the bare booty at the bottom in that blue panel. Art looks okay. I got no idea what this book's about. I'm not sure this is really selling it to me. Well, okay, that's kind of cool. Isn't that just the cover art reversed? Yeah, that's just the cover art reversed. How cheap. How cheap. I guess if you wanted a mini print of this, though, like this would have been a cheap way to pick up like a little print to stick up on your wall of this cool thing without the little text boxes on it. I don't know. I don't think it's doing much for me. The crazy promise of the cover and starships running the inside, notwithstanding. Because they don't withstand at all. Isn't all this violent music fun? This says the name of this is Militech Combat. I believe it. Hey, before we move on to the books I actually paid for, I got a couple things I wanted to show. Boom! Thing number one was, look at this production cell from Ralph Bakshi's Lord of the Rings. If I just had like unlimited money, I would probably buy that thing. Because I'd like to have a piece of art from this movie, I'd like to have a piece of art from Wizards, and a piece of art from Fire and Ice. Like those three things would be really cool. What I really like isn't just like the piece of art, it's the fact that this is like the production cell, right? So you've got all this stuff down here. Like, I don't even know what these things reference. Like, is this the frame number in the movie or something? I don't know. Who knows? It's just cool. And then, this one artist I follow on Twitter, I've put some of his art on my Discord server, linked to it before. Although, I don't know that that's such a good idea with the way Twitter works anymore. But, he put this really cool Major Kusanagi up a couple weeks ago, and it just bubbled up on my Twitter feed again. So I thought I'd drop that in here, because I really liked the way it turned out. Playing a whole, like, video game in this 16-color palette would be pretty nifty. It definitely captures that dark, moody, cyberpunk kind of feel. Oh, wait, what was the game that I said I was super into, like, trying to stay hyped for, and whose soundtrack we're listening to? Oh, Cyberpunk. I wonder if there's any relation there. We just don't know. We just don't know. So the next book, we got 3 books that I paid for. And, yeah, Infinite Money Be buying some stills from Bakshi and Shiro. Yeah, me too. Well, I think I just said that, but yeah, you're right. Book number 1. It's back, baby. Who knows what's going to be inside of Berserker. Berserker. It's a very Keanu Reeves kind of day. We're listening to music where Keanu Reeves is in the game. I got a book with Keanu Reeves on the cover, looking immortal, because as we all know, Keanu Reeves is actually a vampire. He's been alive at least since like the 1600s when that one painting was painted. So the man is immortal, and we all just have to live in his world. You know what? I didn't even open this up in the store, so I don't know what we're in for. It looks, I think it's got a different artist on it, right? And a different writer? Anyway, it's a different artist for sure. You know, I better look just in case there's like Ghibli bits on here. I don't want to get in trouble with the YouTube overload. Oh, wow. This kind of reminds me of... Who's wearing the armor for Dracula? Yeah, he is. This art reminds me of Crossed, right? I've only read like one issue of Crossed, and I thought the premise was really kind of dumb. Drawn by Jason Burrows? No. I guess not. So, Steve Scroce? Canadian comic book and film storyboard artist. Broken to Comics on the Clive Barker series Ecto Kid for Marvel's Razorline imprint. He did Cable and X-Man. I'm not familiar with this dude's work at all then. Let's put him up in the Grand Comics database. This might be interesting to check out. He sure did the pencils for a lot of issues of Cable. Alright, so I've seen his work before, I just don't recognize him. This is also like 20-something years ago, so his style has no doubt probably changed since then. 100 to 540, what's something recent? So he's just done all kinds of stuff. Like, that's what I'm taking away from this. And he's somebody whose work I have seen before, which is why it feels familiar. Look at this. All this X-Men stuff he did. Bro. Oh, I might actually have this. Doc Frankenstein. Okay, I'm completely 100% wrong about where I might have seen his art from, but it's got that kind of feel that made me feel kind of grody that Frost gives me. And it might be the coloring too that's kind of really selling that. Bro, what is even going on in this book? We got, oh, it's an artillery piece. And he's just like, he got hit by the cannon shot, and he just gets right back up and keeps on murdering. Now this is basically what I wanted to see from all of Berserker. Like, it went off into this weird introspective thing, like its name was Ghost in the Shell. Please don't have any nudity. It did not. It just has intestines everywhere. Bro, is he just like Vlad the Impaler or something here? Because that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Like, you nailed it with that comment about the Dracula armor. Anyway, this book cost me, and I'm salty about it, $10. 10 whole American dollars. Not Americant. American. And, I was not expecting it to cost me $10. That kind of surprised me. And not in the good way. Not in the kind of way where, you know, it's like, oh, I got a second ice cream cone for free. You know, not like that kind of surprise. Alright, well, the video, the stream, has a particular title. It's something about, horror movie host week, and you know what? $10, yeah, I know. In its defense, it does look like it's at least twice as thick as a normal comic, but still, $10, bro. But the theme, horror movie host, that's right. We got a new issue of Elvira in Monsterland here, which should be safe to open up anywhere. And oh look, there's Dracula. Drac. Double your Drac. He's got at least one Wolfman hanging out with him. That's right, if I remember right, the second issue ended with her going into the American Werewolf in London film. Yeah, there we go. Which, the movie's okay, it's not one of my favorites. It's got a cool transformation sequence, though. I'll give it that much. Looks like Dracula just... Oh! He steals the wolf! With a frisbee! The setup, like everything about this book is just patently, completely absurd. And I'm just having a fun time with it, man. The artist does a pretty good likeness of people who are from movies and stuff. Like, they're having a good time making this book. And I'm having a good time reading this book. And you know what? That's how life is supposed to be. That's how life is supposed to be, man. Dude, I'm just kind of vibing to the music right now. Super dramatic. Now she's hanging out with Lon Chaney over here, who looks fabulous, by the way. That's a pretty darn good likeness. Hi, XLG. What's the music? Hold on. We can put the music up on screen for you. You know, because I'm over here, I'm just staying hype. I'm living my maximum hype life for Cyberpunk 2077. That way when the DLC comes out, I'll still be hyped for it. I'll still be ready, deep in my soul. So as you can tell, this is Cyberpunk 2077, Gangs of Night City, combat music, all gangs themes, game rip, OST, shoegaze. All right, it's shoegaze. Oh no! Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Ninja Weasel says it's not. It's not shoegaze. It is not. Do not believe it is shoegaze, and you'll be okay. Anyway, this book is a hoot. I love the way it looks. People look good. The book is fun. I have a blast reading Elvira every issue. There's like the last bad issue was like 4 miniseries ago. All right, and it wasn't even that bad. Whew. All right, the moment we've all been waiting for. The man of the hour, the man of the year, the book of the decade, the century even, the millennium. That's right, another horror movie host makes his way onto the comic book stream. It's Svengoolie. I was going to get this book last week, but they didn't have the special Graham Cracker Comics cover in. And my shop man was like, yo man, if you wait till next week, we'll have the special Graham Cracker Comics cover in. I already reviewed Count Dante. No. Count Dante is the book of forever, okay? It's a once-in-a-lifetime comic book experience. Nobody can match it. Check it out. Special backing board came with it. And you know what? A special backing board had better come with this thing. This book cost me $15, all right? That's all I'm saying. Like, to get the special Graham Crackers Comics cover, I had to pay out the nose. It's actually not just in a poly bag. That's a Mylar it's in. That's really nice. The Mylar and the board are actually worth a fair bit of money on their own. So, you're like, who is this Svengoolie guy? Who is this cat? Well, for starters, he's not a cat. He's a ghoul. And just like Elvira, he hosts horror movies, and he does it in kind of a funny manner. He's got in between segments, little skits, little goofy things. There's a musical interlude that I always fast forward through. He'll tell you all about the people in the movie, all that kind of jazz. And let me, the book looks pretty good, doesn't it? I don't know what's going on, but the book looks pretty good. Hey, that's, what's his name? Tombstone. So anyway, this promises to be fun. Now, DC did do a thing a couple years ago where they put Svengoolie stuff, like a Svengoolie crossover, into Justice League comics. But I don't have all those. I got like one book with 2 pages of that in it, and it was over like 10 or 12 books. You know what? That's exactly what he is, XLG. His name is a portmanteau of Svengali and ghoul or ghoulie. In fact, let's look at this, the amazing power of Wikipedia. The character's played by Rich Coase, who's been playing Svengoolie since before I was alive. Isn't that wild? He puts on usually bad horror movies or bad sci-fi movies. Sometimes it's a bad science fiction horror movie. And sometimes he occasionally will have a good film on, which kind of destroys the whole, like, ethos of the show. Like, he'll put on, like, the original Dracula or something, which is absolutely wild. We'll take a look at him in person here in a second. But the show is basically like one big running gag. Things are only funny because he repeats them every time. Every time he says, Berwyn, a crowd of people go, Berwyn. He gets rubber chickens thrown at him at the start of the show, at the end of the show. He plays like the same 20 samples from things all the time. So the main character is Svengoolie. There he is. Ooh. Is that this week's show? Bro. I remember this movie, though. In fact, I remember him showing this movie, so maybe I won't watch it. But I always, I record Svengoolie every week. I've been doing it for years, man. This guy is kind of funny. And he's been doing this gig as Svengoolie for 40 years. Like, come on, man. Almost 45 years. That ain't a bad gig, It ain't much, but it's honest work. Here's the original Svengoolie from before Rich Coase became the son of Svengoolie. Why? I don't know why that exists. I was kind of hoping there'd be a little more Sven on here. But, he's got a cool website. It's very old school. Like, that's one thing I gotta give it. This feels like a website from 20 years ago, and I like it. Read the Son of Svengoolie. Yes! Who's the original? What was his theme song? What's your current theme song? Bum 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 bum. Oh, sorry. Anyway, I don't want to spend too much time talking about this, but I had all this prepped up and ready last week, and then I did not have my Svengoolie book because my shop man was like, "Bro, don't get this one. Get the one next week with our exclusive graham cracker cover." Of course, he didn't tell me it was going to cost me $15 instead of $9 or whatever. The other one was going to cost me. Oh my gosh, we got a Sven bot? Really? Really? Why would you make a Sven bot? Why? His jokes are bad enough. We don't need an immortal joke machine running around telling them. Oh, I'm so hyped, dude. You got no idea. You got no idea. I don't expect it to be as funny as the Elvira book. This is super enlightened over here, but I expect to get a bunch of sensible chuckles out of this thing. And I'm so hyped to just sit down and read this stupid, stupid comic book with a stupid horror movie host who's only funny because he's not funny. Think about it. His whole comedy is that he's not funny. And I love it. I'm a sucker for it. The whole horror movie host thing is kind of like a dead genre. There ain't a whole lot of that left. In fact, let me come back over here to Wikipedia. Horror hosts, that is a genre. So, that's Elvira, right there. There's not that many of them, as you can see. I don't know that Rob Zombie actually counts, but he did do that on Turner Classic Movies for a couple of years. There were never a whole lot of these dudes. I don't even know if any are still active aside from Oh, Joe Bob! Yeah, you know what? I guess we gotta count Joe Bob Briggs. He was doing this in the 90s, man. Is he up here? Yeah, he's up here. He used to host a show on TNT. Yeah, Monster Vision, there it is. And Monster Vision was fantastic. He would go through, by the numbers. He'd have a little segment about, after the first commercial break usually, where he'd be like, yo, here's the stuff. And he'd be like, couch foo, gun foo, 3 counts of fish foo, whatever silly things happened in the movie, he'd call them out there so that you could look forward to them when you got to the actual thing. And he does that on Shudder now, I do believe. Yeah, so he's doing that on Shudder right now. He's a pretty funny guy. Does she still do this today? So she did a one-shot a couple years ago. Yeah, I don't think she really counts in the 2020s, bro. I've never heard of these other ones. Oh, is it just because he's still alive? Yeah, that's it. He's still alive. What about you, Dr. Gangrene? Are you still doing stuff? Oh my gosh, I don't want to watch a show with this guy. He scares me a little bit. He scares me a little bit. So he hasn't done anything for a while. In the airways, you should call it Sanitarium with Skin. Ran for 4 episodes. Okay, I guess he counts. He might still be active. He's done something within the last couple years. Orgus the Magnificent. So he's probably just still alive and not actually doing anything. Oh, never mind. He's passed away. I'm sorry. Penny Dreadful 13. Don't know anything about you. I've never seen you before. So what did you... When did you work? Maybe this is still on. I can't tell. This is a badly written Wikipedia article. And I've also never heard of you. Apparently you are mostly a musician? Okay. Yeah, I don't think she counts. Or he. What pronouns do you like? She. Okay, there you go. So really, it looks like there's just Joe Bob and Sven left still hosting movies. And Sven, he comes on broadcast television. You can catch him on any station that's carrying MeTV stuff. And you will always get a very consistent, moderately funny product out of him. Usually paired with a really bad movie that you kind of don't want to watch. Dude, the art in this is kind of fun looking, ain't it? Look at this guy's facial expression up here. Look at that. Look at that little face. Look at him. Look at him. We're going to smack the camera with it. Bam, bam, bam. That's a great face. The little hinge's got a great face. That's a cool, like, time tunnel vortex thing. I'm hyped, man. I am freaking hype. Now, we did pick up a couple free things here. So if we ain't got any more chat, with XLG being smarmy about Svengoolie, we'll flip through and see if there's literally anything that looks good out of Marvel and DC's upcoming product line. But why? I saw this on Twitter already, and I'm still left with, but why? But why? Dude, his ankle just looks like it's going to snap at any time. Oh, lordy. It does, look at it. That ankle is going to snap. Like, as soon as he touches down, broken. Alright. New Gods, or no, just Gods, #1. Okay. The Secrets of the Gods. Why not just revive, like, the God Squad? And the last time the God Squad was seen was, The Chaos King event, I think. Oh boy, more Marvel Zombies. I'm super hype. Oh yeah, super, ultra hype. This is the one where Nightcrawler is Spider-Man. Just think about that for a second. Why? Nightcrawler has a perfectly good established identity. Why do we need Nightcrawler to also be Spider-Man? How many Spider-Men are there? We got a Spider-Man over here. What a dumb couple. What a dumb couple. This is on magazine paper. XLG. Like, this is a magazine. It's printed on durable magazine paper. That's why it looks so waxy. Like, this is better paper stock than the comic book is probably going to have when it comes out. Like, Tony Stark is going to suffer somebody looking around inside of his head. Like, this is the dumbest relationship. The fall of X. God. The whole X-Men stuff just... Everything about X-Men right now, just for the last several years, just offends me. Wow. The most exciting books in here are the reprints. These are the most exciting looking books I've seen so far. Nah. The Alex Ross cover to the Thor book looks pretty good, but they kind of ruined Thor a couple years ago. So why would I come back to it? Like, even Alex Ross can't make me buy this book. And he made me buy a Plastic Man book a few years ago. I don't know. None of this is really, like, enticing me here. Yeah, the reprint stuff is kind of cool. Bro. Look at that piece of Hulk art over here. What a crunchy Hulk. I love it. Clone War Omnibus, Volume 2. That's how long, or the not Clone War, Clone Saga. That's how long that stupid arc went on. It was like, what, 3 years long or something? Marvel's doing an Ultraman book. Last Rites was really cool, by the way. Last Rites was really cool. It's good that it's getting printed again. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's just not a lot in here. Oh boy, the Ultimate Universe, which you've guys, the new Ultimate line starts. They're just rebooting the Ultimates. You want to talk about being completely devoid of new ideas or good ideas? Oh my goodness. Attention, retailers! Due to the final order closure of 10/2/23 falling within the October release catalog date range, November 23 comic titles and... Yep. Alright, moving on. Wait, whoa. There's a scroll with the power of Thor, Captain Marvel, and Thanos, what, all rolled into one being? Even the Super Scroll isn't that tough, bro. Because, like, Marvel Captain Marvel, or movie Captain Marvel, is like a totally broken character. Movie Thanos is even more broken than comic Thanos. And Thor, like, is just Thor. Like, how are you even simulating that power, because that's what scrolls do. That is so stupid. You think you stopped? Dude, I stopped caring years ago. Like, the only thing Marvel does that I remotely care about has Spider-Man in it. Everything else, I don't care about anymore. It's all just badly written fan fiction. It's all just badly written fan fiction, man. Oh, boy. Sorry, I was sitting over here just like mentally processing what XLG told me. Alright, let's take a look at the DC Connect, the next issue here. So this is for October, so I guess that's when these books come out. I remember a couple of months ago we looked at the ones for the Night Terrors or whatever, which seems to be selling pretty well. The store seems to be selling those units. That scroll book took out the Super Scroll. Oh, it's fan fiction. It's just fan fiction, man. Like, the Super Scroll was like a feat of scroll engineering, man. Anyway, whatever. I'm moving on. Because we got Godzilla in a comic book, okay? Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. You know what? I need to make sure I get my shop man to order this for me just so I can read this. It's going to be stupid. And it ain't going to make any sense. And you absolutely know I got to read this book. Now, this is kind of ludicrous because Superman could probably just take these two guys out on his own. He's already dealt with Titano, right? That's the name of the giant monkey? Right? The giant ape? And I'm sure that there's a Godzilla that DC has in like a giant lizard monster somewhere. But I am so on board with this because it's just going to be stupid and fun. Oh no, they say he's got to go. Go, go, Godzilla. Yeah. Oh man, so I'm like hyped for this. Like, it just looks stupid. And it looks fun. Like, this is the good kind of stupid. Look at this. It's a great page. It's probably going to be a cover right there. It's awesome. This is so cool. I can't wait. What else we got? The Gotham War continues. I got no idea. Batman, Catwoman, the Gotham War. Gotham Wars, 17 Batman books, more Batman books. The Penguin. They're bringing the Sandman out. Okay. Alright, good luck getting that book to sell. Oh, they're just bringing back all the like old school Golden Age characters, huh? Okay. Oh, that's a pretty cool looking cover here for Batman Superman World's Finest. Actually, the Supergirl cover over here is pretty dope looking too. No, I'm saying Godzilla. If I was pronouncing Gojira, I would be saying it differently, XLG. Two different movies, bro. Two different experiences. One is way more depressing than the other one. And the other one has the gravitas of Raymond Burr, one of my favorite actors in it. Don't you even go there. I got a crazy man with mod powers sitting in my chat, and you know he won't hesitate, which would just wipe your chat history out and make this whole conversation really bad, alright? I like this cover. Oh, is that like Earth 2 Superman? Back there? Turn of Boy Thunder to find the same Superman's former protege, the world's finest bridges the dimensional gulf between their world and Earth with a jaded Superman. Oh, they're going to... It's Kingdom Come's world, bro. Oh my gosh, this almost sounds stupid enough that I want to read it. I should have known, because there's Magog's helmet right there. Oh, it's being written by Mark. Well, Mark Waid wrote Kingdom Come, though. Oh, man, I got to think about this one. Bro, what kind of universe is it where I'm hyped for DC and I'm like, Marvel sucks? Like, this is alternate, backwards universe. I'm in Bizarro world. Oh. Batman City. This looks kind of cool. Ninja. Bro. I know the art, there's a lot of glare here. I can't do anything about that. But check out the art for this. It looks pretty dope. Buried beneath Gotham City, there exists another Gotham. The Gotham below is a living nightmare populated by twisted mirrors of our Gotham's denizens. Fueled by... It's just the dark multiverse. The doorway between the cities has been sealed and heavily guarded by the Court of Owls, but now the door swings wide and the twisted version of the Dark Knight has escaped. It's just the dark multiverse again! Oh look, the Batman who laughs is coming out to kill people. Like, we've already done this story. For like 3 years straight we did this story. But, I like this art a lot. Holy moly, I'm gonna write this down. Before I forget. Batman City of Madness #1. City of Madness. The JL vs. Kong vs. Godzilla. Excuse me. And the other one was Batman Superman World's Finest, right? Apparently, the Flash is introducing a new villain called The Stillness, which is kind of silly because the Flash already had a villain named the Turtle, slowed stuff down. So, yeah, Batman Superman's World's Finest #20. Bat Soup World Finest #20. I don't know how long this arc will be, but I think I want to read that. Hey, Fire and Ice have a comic. That's nice. Green Lantern War Journal. Unless he's out there murdering people like Frank Castle, I don't want to read it. Return of Superman 30th Anniversary Special #1. Bro, that art for the Eradicator is dope down there. And Cyborg Superman has really never looked better. He's awesome. Steel looks great. Even Superboy is cool. DC's brought back the original creative teams for new stories set in the wake of Superman's death. Begins with this is just a cash grab. But bro, I like the Cyborg Superman cover, man. Hank Henshaw is one of my favorite villains. Well, at least this is set back right when this took place, as opposed to being like a new story somehow replicating the old one or something. Looks like we just got trade paperbacks here. Oh, Death Metal's getting an omnibus finally. If anybody wants to read that, that might be a way to do it. Alright, that does it. We are out of stuff, man. We are out of stuff to look at here. This is everything I brought from the store this week. I guess the only other thing I got, I don't think I showed this at all. I know I showed that Red Sun in some video I recorded. But I don't think I got this thing anywhere. You're going, that looks like Watchmen. You're correct. It is a gigantic, huge, hardbound edition of Watchmen. I barely even started leafing through this thing. It's too big and too beautiful. Everything about it is just gorgeous. I can't wait to actually sit down and read this sucker, but I don't have time to sit down and reread Watchmen. But I also got this as a present. It still has that new book smell too. Absolutely A+. Absolute Watchmen unit is absolutely the case. All right, that's it. I'm going to call it a stream here, my friends, my viewers, and everybody in between. You know, I want to wish you a very happy Wednesday night, and you all should take care of yourselves. I got no idea if I'm going to be on YouTube later on, or not YouTube, Twitch later on, but we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye. All right? All right, you ready? You ready? You good? I'm good. You get a thumbs up. Yeah, catch you too later, dude.